My inspiration came from two individuals when it comes to property. One was my father, who let out a property as a HMO in Leicester. Unfortunately, it wasn't as successful as what he wanted it to be. So therefore, he ended up giving it back to the family member who he bought it off. But at that time, it made me think that, we can make it successful, and we can do it. If other people can do it, make property a successful business, why can't we? And at that point, my father then went into becoming a builder, and he started doing loads of building work, and he even renovated our own family home. And at that point, that gave me more determination, more of a drive to say, right, we can do this, because my dad knows how to repair things and going forward. And when I did start my property journey, he did actually help me the very first few years within the property business, as me and him both started off working together, and I learned a lot from him, learning how to fix things, change radiators, and do loads of plumbing work, and as well as knocking out walls and bricklaying. So yeah, father was one of them. The other person that I actually learned from is a good friend of mine, and still is, and hopefully always will be. He was 15 years of age when he renovated his own property. And when he renovated his own property, he put a new staircase in, and did the whole house downstairs, upstairs, whatnot, new wardrobes. And for me, for a 15-year-old kid doing that, 16-year-old kid doing that was absolutely unbelievable. And yes, he had the help of his father, who wasn't much of a DIY person, but he supported him, and they both did it together. Which really made me drive in thinking, oh, look, he can do this as well. So which made me think I can do it. We then, as we got older, he bought his first property in Birmingham. And within Birmingham, he bought it just before, I think it was 2003. And he renovated it. And in 2004 or 5, when he sold it, he actually doubled his profits out of the property and carried on his journey within his life, doing whatever he wanted to do with the financial rewards that he got from that one property. So that really gave me the push, thinking, he's done it. He's lived the dream that I wanted to live. I can actually do the same thing as what he's done, and maybe even do it better, maybe do it worse. Whatever it is, I will learn through the process. Before entering the property market, I would always say do due diligence before buying a house. Basically, pick a strategy that you think will work within the area, town, city, where you choose to purchase a property, and then make sure that there's enough demand. Don't just follow what other people are doing. If you see loads of to let signs, doesn't mean that there's demand there. It could be that the market's already saturated there. So make sure that you do due diligence. We've also done a video on this. It's called Unlocking the Path to Financial Freedom. So go out there onto YouTube and maybe even watch that, which may give you a better idea of what things to look for when searching a property. The other part I would always say is when searching a property within the area, that you always try to get it with a discount. One of the other points to consider is to ensure that you have a mentor when it comes to investing. Make sure you follow someone or you talk to someone regarding whatever you wish to go into, because they will give you more tips, more ideas, and to follow and ensure that you don't make the mistakes what they made or other people may make. So this will again leverage you and save you a lot of money on the mistakes that other people have made, because the wise people always learn from other people's mistakes, not only from their own. The biggest challenges that I faced was people's mindsets when starting my property journey. It was a point when I actually bought three properties, and I was going to buy my fourth property. Individuals are like, "Why are you doing that? You should continue with keeping the money in the bank and keep doing your 9 to 5 job that I was doing as a HR manager." So constantly it was just like, no, stop, no, carry on doing what you're doing. It was only until the point when I actually left my career in HR and I thought, right, I'm going to pursue the property career and become a property investor alongside my partner. At that stage, people were still out there saying, no, don't do this, go back to your day job. You do such a great job, you could do better and get more money, etc., etc. But for us both, it was to actually go out there. We know a lot about property. We've been doing it for a number of years. We can actually help people. We can actually guide people through the whole process of how to purchase a property, what to do with a property, whether it's a buy-to-let strategy or whether it's a HMO strategy or just service accommodation and holiday lets. So there's a number of strategies that we could look at and work with individuals. Our portfolio basically began from a point where I was uneducated within the property market, and I was buying properties for myself and my family to live in. So I started off buying a 3-bedroom house, 5-bedroom house, and then I went on to buying a 2-bedroom house. During this time, I wasn't that educated about what properties I do actually need to buy for a buy-to-let strategy that I was planning to go into. It was only later on in life when I started reading more about it, I actually understood that 3 to 4 bedroom houses work ideally best for a buy-to-let strategy, only because they're more family homes. Family homes, meaning that families will actually stay there because the schools are good, the transport links are good. So the schools are good for the children, the transport links are good for the parents to go to work and back, and do shopping downtown, whatever they wish to do. And so things worked out well. And not only that, because they're in a certain mile radius from the town city centre, within 5 miles, whenever the city's house prices go up, the property that you rent out will also go up. It's guaranteed to go up with the whole town. But outside that radius of 5 miles, there's always that uncertainty whether it will increase or not increase. I've always believed in the BRRR approach. The reason why this is, it's basically we buy the property, we refurbish the property, rent the property, and then we refinance. And by doing this, we've actually converted 2-bedroom properties that we've bought for 70k into 3-bedroom properties and remortgaged them for 120k at a time. So generally, that strategy's been absolutely great with us. The other strategies that we've actually gone into, where we've purchased properties that require a bit of TLC, where it needs a bit of decorating done to it, because it's dated back to good 30, 40, 50 years ago. So we tend to buy those properties at a discount, slightly bigger discount, due to the fact that the work that's requiring to be done to that property. And then by getting those properties, we carry out all the work, make it all modern, paint all the walls white, grey laminate flooring, etc., etc., and then refinance once we've actually got it all rented out. I would always say, give a lick of paint to the rooms just before renting them out, only because this will increase the potential of the individuals purchasing renting the property a lot quicker. Because if they see a fresh lick of paint on the walls, clean laminate flooring, and a nice neighbourhood, automatically it will rent out a lot faster.